There is a familiar rhythm to modern horror. A character walks into a dark room, points a camera into the empty space, and the viewfinder reveals the monster standing right in front of them. Film theorists call this the objective camera. When eyes fail in the dark, we trust the lens to capture verified reality. But over time, this turns the camera into a psychological barrier. Looking through the screen, the protagonist feels insulated from the danger they film. The opening scene of the Malayalam screenplay Nizalveta introduces us to Megha, a documentary filmmaker who navigates the world entirely through her cinematic equipment. She is walking deep into an isolated forest, where 6 tourists have vanished over the last 5 years. Her only defense against this environment is her heavy cinema camera, which she keeps constantly rolling. Nizalveta generates its tension by systematically dismantling Megha's, and our own, ability to trust the very tools we use to perceive reality. The script begins by swallowing its characters whole. A sweeping drone shot reveals an endless green canopy choked with heavy fog, establishing a vast, inescapable isolation. Then it tightens the grip. Megha's companion, Akash, pulls out his phone to check for a signal, only to find 0 bars. Their local guide casually mentions the service won't return until they leave the woods. That severed connection leaves Megha's camera as the only working piece of technology she has left. This sets up the first major scare of the film. Peering through her telephoto lens, Megha spots a mysterious figure in a white garment standing far off among the trees. She zooms in, but the figure is gone. She immediately lowers the camera to look with her naked eye, and there is absolutely nothing there. This matrix maps the lens against the naked eye, illustrating the writer's psychological trick. The threat is only visible on screen, perfectly aligning with the objective camera trope. This locks in a temporary logic. The eye is blind, but the supernatural lens reveals the truth. The characters finally break through the fog and arrive at a century-old teak homestay. Sitting on the veranda is an old man named Sikaran Pillai, smoking a cheroot and staring directly at Megha without blinking. Unsettled by his intense gaze, Megha instinctively retreats behind her technological shield. She raises the cinema camera to frame him up. The viewfinder displays exactly what you would expect to see in the real world, a perfectly normal, mundane image of an old man smoking. But when she lowers the equipment and looks with her naked eye, an unnatural black shadow is rapidly crawling up the wall, right behind him. Bringing our matrix back, the script executes symmetrical dissonance. It takes the dynamic from 5 minutes ago and completely inverts it. By flipping these variables, the story violently strips away the psychological safety net it just finished building. This creates intense psychological dread. Megha now knows her camera will hide the danger, but her own eyes might be lying to her too. This leaves our protagonist in a state of total sensory disarmament. Every single method she has for verifying her surroundings has been compromised. This mechanic functions as a critique of the cinematic medium itself, questioning why we rely so heavily on screens to verify what is real. The scene ends with Pillai offering a slight smile, followed immediately by a harsh cut to black. It is the ultimate punctuation mark on this theme of visual failure. The true horror of Nizalveta is realizing that when both the lens and the eye break down, only the darkness can be trusted.